Hey guys, now if you're watching this, you've obviously seen the title. I sacrificed the majority of my teenage years to retire in my 20s. And I know I say retire, but I'm sure a lot of you guys understand kind of like how the entrepreneurial space is. You say retire, you don't really mean it. I mean, I've made more money than I sort of know what to do with at this point in life, and I still wouldn't say that I'm satisfied by any means. I mean, I've made close to probably about $8 million in like net profit, or we've done close to 50 mil in gross revenue from various different things. And I'll kind of, make it a point to sort of go into depth on everything that we've done in today's video. Again, this is literally just me playing one of my favorite childhood games, Black Ops Zombies, Black Ops 2 actually. I know they're releasing this on PS5, which is going to be quite cool soon. But I wanted to make this video just really chill, like just completely improv, no editing, nothing whatsoever. But again, I want to go ahead and just kind of share my thoughts with, I did sacrifice a lot of my childhood to kind of make money online. And again, it was such a big thing to me, right? Like even to this day, I still spend a lot of my time, making money. And again, if you don't know who I am, my name's Blake Ryan. I know I said that at the start, but you may know me from some of my Faceless channels and some of my YouTube automation channels, because I do run a pretty big and prevalent channel in the space on YouTube as a whole, which kind of talks about, YouTube automation and how I've made money online with YouTube automation and teaching others how to do that. Now, again, you might know me from that. This is a brand new channel. The way that I've sort of made money, it's a pretty big mixture of things. I mean, I think a lot of you guys are aware that if you are like an entrepreneur online, you've probably seen how many different ways there are to make money. And if you are an entrepreneur at all, you'd probably see that you always change. I mean, you never really stick to one thing, unless you do, which in that case would be really good. But I've made probably the majority of my money from Snapchat shows. If you guys don't know what Snapchat shows are, I'm going to have a little bit of editing on these videos. You'll kind of be able to see a few pop-ups right now. It's essentially like short form content that you can see on your phone. Now, getting a Snapchat show back in the day was nearly impossible. I mean, even to this day, you can't get them anymore. The only way to get it was to have a Snapchat rep or someone that worked at Snapchat that would obviously give you a Snapchat show and give you your own portal, which I managed to do myself after months and months of trying. And that was probably my big breakthrough. That made me about $4 million. And then I made about $1 million from YouTube automation, which is just like Faceless channels. And that's sort of still what I do to this day. And that's kind of what I built my entire brand around. And that's what makes me the most of my money in today's day and age, because again, Snapchat shows aren't a thing anymore. Or they are, but they're really not profitable. Now, another thing that makes me money is my mentorship program. Look, I'm not going to sit here and lie to you guys. My mentorship program, which is obviously where I teach other people to do what I've done, makes me a similar amount to what I make from everything else. So everything combined, as of right now, I'm doing about $100,000 a month. And then with my mentorship program, I'm also doing about $80,000 to $100,000 a month. So in total, I'm making close to about 200 grand a month. And I'm not going to sit here and lie. And a lot of these guys and a lot of these gurus are going to sit here and say, oh, I only sell a mentorship to help other people. Guys, obviously, my main goal with my mentorship program as a whole is to help other people, right? That's pretty apparent. But another massive goal of that mentorship is to make money. Like, I'm not an idiot. I'm not doing this because I want to give to other people and I have this amazing good spirit. That's not what it is. I do this because, and the reason why I teach other people how to do what I've done is not only to help other people out, but again, to make a lot of money, because you can make an equal amount to the skill by just teaching others how to do that skill. Now, I'm kind of getting a bit off topic. I just wanted to sort of set the scene for what I do and how much that makes me comparative to kind of everything else and where my income is sort of distributed. So again, I make a little bit more on the side from a bunch of other things. Like I have my own software, and holy shit, we just got stitched up. A war machine and a ballistic knife. Are you serious? But again, I make a lot of money from other avenues as well. But again, those are the kind of big three. Now, my goal with life was always to make money online. I mean, that's been such a big thing. Like even since I was younger, I just sort of knew the school system as a whole wasn't for me. It was pretty apparent to me from a very young age. So I always had that sort of entrepreneurial mindset, right? I always tried to do things online. My first way of actually making money, funnily enough, was with Minecraft servers. Some of you guys might know what I'm talking about. This is pretty niche, but I used to make quite a bit of money from Minecraft servers back in the day. And that was probably one of my first little bits of income online. And again, I was bullied very heavily in school. I remember it got to the point where like one of the schools that I went to, right, someone actually found my Minecraft channel, which at the time was like a HCF channel where I would like record myself going into like factions bases and raiding them. And funnily enough, that channel actually made me a lot of money because Minecraft servers would pay me to record on those servers on that channel. And I was getting like, I think 50 USD per video. And I was like 13 years old at the time. But long story short, someone from my school actually found that channel, and the IGN on the name of that channel was Broccoli. So I just have everyone talking shit and making fun of me at school, at this new school that I went to, because of that channel. And that took a massive, massive toll on me. I mean, I honestly quit that channel. And then I literally just didn't even go. I just left that school. I'm not going to lie. We ended up going to a different school. And I'm not here to say, you know, my life was so shit growing up because of, you know, being an entrepreneur. But what I'm saying is that it definitely did. And I think a lot of you guys would agree with this. You are a little bit of an outlier if you want to make money online. I mean, that's just pretty apparent. Everyone knows that. When you're making money online, you know, you kind of have to go outside the sort of social norms and what is culturally acceptable. And I think one of the biggest things for me was that when I was first starting out, I sacrificed my teenage years very, very much so. Like, I don't think it is necessary to succeed. Like, if I could do things differently, I don't think I would have sacrificed my teenage years anywhere near as much as I did. Like, I would go to school probably like probably like 3 days a week, 4 days a week. I'd have like 2 days off. And again, I have my mum to thank for that. She trusted me. She was also quite a big entrepreneur herself. So she already had that mindset that she knows this can work. And that's why she was obviously open to me doing that. But again, if your parents don't allow you to kind of, you know, not put this first and you have to take studies first, I completely understand that. But I want you to be aware that making 10, 20, 30K a month online really isn't hard, especially given like the way that AI has progressed. Like, even just for myself, I built a software, Produce.so. I'll put a few screenshots up right now. It's essentially an ultra long form video generator. So I'll show you one of the channels we actually run. It'll be on your screen. This is an ultra long form channel. So with YouTube specifically, there's 3 different forms of content. So you have short form, which has about a 10 to a 30, oh shit, the bus, has about a 10 to a 30 cent RPM. And guys, am I even going to get on this? Okay, yeah. So short has about a 10 to a 30 cent RPM. Long form, which is like anywhere from 5 to 12 minute YouTube videos, that usually has about a $3 to $8 RPM, depending on your niche. And then you have ultra long form. This is the style of content that I've been doing for the last couple of years. And that's what's made me a lot of my money going into YouTube specifically. I'll send a few screenshots as well of like examples of ultra long form channels. Essentially, they're like 2-hour long videos that people use to fall asleep to in different like niches and different genres. And those have insane RPMs. So how much you're paid per 1,000 views? You can get paid upwards of like $20 to $50 per 1,000 views. So again, even though you're only getting 100,000 views a video, you're making, you know, 4 or 5 grand a month from just 100,000 views a month on that specific channel. And that was what I built Produce.so for. That was my software. I managed to build an ultra long form software that literally generates the full videos completely edited with the use of AI. And I have so many clients that use this now, and they're making 10 grand a month. So I just want you guys to be aware that even just finding a genre, and obviously I preach about YouTube automation. I talk about all this different stuff. And again, I primarily talk about YouTube automation, but you guys need to be aware, it isn't just YouTube automation. I mean, there are so many ways to make money online, whether it's like selling websites to local businesses, like AI websites, going to Google and just cold calling local businesses and selling them websites, or, you know, just doing something that you actually enjoy. And again, this is something that I had to learn from a very, very young age, is that it doesn't matter it doesn't matter how much money you make. It matters how you make the money. Like, for example, I would much rather make 100 grand a month from YouTube than I would to make 200 grand from selling a course, right? That's just apparent because, again, you are actually doing something passive that doesn't require your intervention. And that's obviously just been such a big lever. So again, guys, I want to emphasize this. There are so many avenues and so many ways to make money online that you have to find the one that stands out to you. Guys, we're starting from scratch. All right, guys, we are now back. Sorry for that little bit of a short intervention. But again, as I was saying, finding something you genuinely enjoy that brings you happiness in the online space, there are so many different things. Don't feel as if you have to do YouTube. Yes, that's what I personally think is the easiest. And again, it definitely is in my opinion. But again, you can do whatever you want. Do your research, find something that appeals to you, and find something where AI can expedite everything. I mean, I know a lot of you guys probably have some pretty negative... Oh, bang. I'm sure a lot of you guys have some pretty negative standpoints on the use of AI and how that sort of affects business. But in my opinion, and in the experience that I've personally done, coming from someone that had to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on team management, even just for like voice acting back in the day, I would have to spend $1,000 a video to do a 2-hour-long video voiceover to pay someone to obviously do the acting, do the speaking. Now with AI and 11 Labs, you genuinely cannot distinguish the voice or like the differentiation from using an AI script or an AI voice or sort of everything. It's even getting to the point now where even like with my software Produce.so, which I only give to my mentorship clients, even with that software, you can do full-blown editing now with the use of AI. So the entire game has changed and it's become so much easier to, and this is another thing about what I'm talking about. You don't have to sacrifice your teenage years. You don't have to sacrifice anything because you can essentially have someone acting on your behalf 24/7 while you're obviously in school or while you're working. But again, another massive thing is just don't feel as if you need to be going all in on this. And I guarantee you, even if you're just putting in 1 to 2 hours a day, I understand a lot of you guys might be young. You might be on the younger side. Heck, you might even be on the older side. I have no idea what this specific channel that I'm making, I don't know what audience I'm going to attract. For some of you guys, you may be in your 30s, some of you may be in your 50s. I have no idea. But what I'm saying is that this is attainable for anyone. There is no limitation to your age limit. You can put in the time and you can obviously see insane results that I've done numerous times. And this isn't me trying to sell a course or any bullshit like that. This is me being entirely truthful. Like, the online space has become the Wild West. Like, if you guys know, if you were around back in the day, like the .com bubble, which was basically like when the internet was blowing up, I genuinely think we're in like version 2 of that specifically, but just the use of AI. And again, doing everything completely expedited. And again, guys, I think one of the biggest things I want to make clear is that I would not have got to where I am today if I hadn't surrounded myself with like-minded individuals. I mean, this is probably the biggest lever you can personally pull. And that was me, right? I mean, a lot of the guys in the finance space that you probably know about today, they were all in my friend group. Daniel Baton, all these massive guys that do Snapchat shows, do YouTube channels, all these massive people, they were all in my circle. We would hop on Discord every single morning. I remember waking up. I would be so excited to wake up just because I knew that I could hop in Discord and go talk to my friends, and we'd all just like share what we're doing. We'd hop on our Hypixel Bed Wars together and we would just like share about money, share about the channels we're starting, literally just share sort of everything we were doing at the time. And that was so much fun. And I think that I wouldn't have been anywhere near as successful as I am today if I hadn't kind of got into a like-minded individual community. So I think one of the biggest things is, and this is something that I've personally noticed, you want to make sure that your inner circle or the people that you surround yourself with are also similar mindset to you. And no, this isn't to say you can't have real life friends that are also, that aren't really into the online space. That's not at all what I'm saying. But if you have those friends, and I know in Australia, it's pretty prevalent, like tall poppy syndrome. I have so many friends that I've had to cut off in the real world just because they obviously don't want to see me succeed. Like, you guys probably have noticed this. They'll kind of give little like negative comments here and there, like, oh, you're still working on this. Oh, you're still doing that. Do you actually think this is going to do well? Those really aren't the type of friends that you want. The type of friends you want are the ones that is like, bro, are you still doing this? Yo, like, how's that going? I know it's going to do well. You want people that actually bring you up. And even if they're not intrinsically doing the same business model as you, it's still such a good feeling to know that your inner circle and the immediate people that you surround yourself with do have your best interest at heart. And I think that even in, if you want to take this a step further, finding an online circle, and like, let's say you're doing YouTube automation or you're doing anything online, if you can find a friend group also online that are doing the same thing and you guys can bounce ideas off each other, you can share results, you can share experiences, that has always been such a big motivation boost for me. And I think that for a lot of you guys, this could be something that absolutely changes the game for you and makes it just astronomically easier. Now again, guys, if you did enjoy this video, this is the first video I've actually posted on this channel. Please make sure you subscribe if you want daily videos just like this, because again, this is really fun for me. I just sit here and play zombies, so it's honestly quite enjoyable. And again, I'll share my experiences, share more ways to make money and everything along those lines. And again, if you guys do, for whatever reason, want to work directly with me and actually scaling an ultra long form YouTube channel, which is the same thing I've done numerous times, you can click the link below. It's just blakeryan.co. It'll be put on your screen right now. You can book a call directly with my team, and I essentially give you access to Produce.so, that software we spoke about, as well as a channel on YouTube that's already monetized. So you can essentially earn revenue from day one. Again, guys, this was a very unique video. I don't really think too many people even post this style of content on YouTube, but I figured I'd give it a go and sort of see how how it resonates with you guys. So if you did enjoy this, if you are more like this, please subscribe. And yes, I'll see you guys later. Have a great day.